He fell in love at 80, but forgot you by 8. Benjamin was born an old man and grew into a child. From a spotted infant, he slowly transformed stage by stage, becoming younger each year. The film's groundbreaking makeup makes it feel like one actor's lifelong journey. If you are ready for a reverse aging odyssey, join us and see how Benjamin lives from old man to sleeping infant, how he finds love and becomes a father himself. A hurricane hits New Orleans. An elderly woman on her deathbed opens her eyes. Her name is Daisy. She asks her daughter to read a diary to unveil a secret hidden for decades. The diary belongs to Benjamin Button. Benjamin was born on the night World War I ended. Amid national celebration, his mother died in childbirth. With her last breath, she begged her husband to care for their child, but he was horrified by the baby's aged appearance. After a moment of hesitation, Thomas picked up the infant, ran through the celebrating crowds, and left him on the steps of a nursing home with a stack of cash. The caretaker, Queenie, was on a date.
You look very handsome tonight, Miss Queenie. Handsome as I ever seen. The brown matches your eyes.
Oh.
Just as Vessels took Queenie's hand to lead her to a secluded spot,
What the God, man?
Queenie lifted the blanket from the baby. Many say Queenie is the kindest woman in cinema. She did not abandon the ugly child. She brought him to the nursing home doctor. The newborn had cataracts, arthritis, and the ailments of an 80-year-old. The doctor suggested sending him away, claiming some creatures are not meant to survive. But Queenie believed he was a miracle and decided to raise him as her own. She named him Benjamin. An elderly woman offered to help care for Benjamin, but upon seeing him, she was reminded of her late husband. Years passed. Benjamin grew, believing he, like the other residents, was simply waiting for death. But he had a loving mother who always encouraged him.
Everybody feels different about themselves one way or another, but we all going the same way. Just taking different roads to get there, that's all. On your own road, Benjamin.
Sometimes he slept alone, but he did not mind. One day, Queenie took 7-year-old Benjamin to church. The pastor declared he would make the old man walk again in God's name. Like a toddler learning his first steps, Benjamin stood, fell, stood again, and then a miracle happened. He learned to walk that day. But with gain comes loss. The pastor, overcome with emotion, collapsed after praising God and never rose again. On Thanksgiving 1930, Benjamin met someone who would change his life, Daisy, the granddaughter of Mrs. Fuller. She had striking blue eyes, perhaps Benjamin's first friend his own age. Daisy would listen to her grandmother's stories before bed.
Again, read it again.
Oh, read it again, please.
That night she woke Benjamin, and they whispered under the table. When Mrs. Fuller found them, Daisy was sent to bed, and Benjamin faced cruel words from the old woman, who did not know he was not yet 10. Heartbroken, Benjamin was comforted by his kind mother. Benjamin started feeling different. He learned piano from a new resident. While bathing, he noticed his body changing, growing stronger. An old man who had been struck by lightning 7 times told Benjamin his story. Just then a ship captain arrived looking for dock workers. Benjamin, now stronger, volunteered. The captain thought he had hired an old man, not a child laborer, but Benjamin had never been happier, even scrubbing bird droppings off the deck. Captain Mike, who had been at sea since he was 7, learned Benjamin had never been with a woman.
Oh, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Taking pity, the captain took him to a less than proper bar ashore.
How are you tonight, Grandpa?
It was thank you.
No, thank you. You have a nice night.
Will you be here tomorrow?
Every night to Sunday.
That day, Benjamin learned the power of money. Money can buy anything. Walking home feeling light, filled with dreams, he was offered a ride by a man named Thomas Button, who invited him to a proper bar. Benjamin did not know this man was his father. It was a day of firsts. Benjamin also tasted alcohol for the first time. He learned Thomas owned the Button Company. After drinking, Mr. Button dropped Benjamin at the nursing home. Only Queenie was worried about him. Benjamin had also learned to lie. I met someone. We listened to music.
Boy.
Growing up is funny. It happens when you are not looking. Benjamin began to love weekends when Daisy visited her grandmother. A woman who cut his hair noticed it was growing thicker. Benjamin said he felt like he was getting younger.
I feel sorry for you. You have to see everybody you love die before you do. It's an awful responsibility.
Then she quickly softened her words.
Benjamin, we're meant to lose the people we love. How else would we know how important they are to us?
One autumn day, death came unexpectedly for the woman who taught him piano and cut his hair. She made Benjamin understand what it means to lose someone. In 1936, at 17, yet looking middle-aged, Benjamin packed his bags to say goodbye. He knew he was changing and yearned to see the world. A young man in an old body ready for adventure. He said farewell to his parents. Queenie wept loudly, for she would miss him most. Outside, Daisy ran to him. Benjamin, heading to sea, promised to send her postcards from everywhere he went. A chest of postcards later. That was Benjamin's life's worth of messages to Daisy. No matter where he worked or traveled, he never forgot to write. Benjamin became part of Captain Mike's crew. They sailed around Florida, up the Atlantic coast, a wandering sailor's life. He received a letter from Daisy. She had been accepted into a ballet school in New York. Benjamin stayed in a small hotel with a curious name, the Eastern Palace. There he met a woman, not especially beautiful, seemingly ordinary, yet she would leave her mark.